Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview. This time covering VCT Americas Stage 2 for playoffs. My guest at this time is kiNgg of Leviatan. This time coming up with their match against NRG, losing 2-0 to thus not only get out of the competition, but also thus also get eliminated from Champions competition. And so, kiNgg, thank you so much once again for giving me the opportunity for this quick interview. And I can only imagine, how tough it is for you guys to suffer a series like this, but I want to ask you, what's actually going through your mind? How are you actually feeling after this match?
Honestly, as you said, it was like a very rough match. I think we were on a very off day as a team. It was like a bad day, in a bad day against a team that was very good. Energy played insane. They were playing great, and yeah, it was honestly we had no chance. That last match basically, and the only thing I told my team because we're just talking now, like honestly, like very emotional after like we no one knows what's gonna happen in the future. I'm just happy that I was able to share the server with those people. They were all great teammates. Very easy to work with, especially after such a rough first half of the year that I don't even want to remember. And honestly, I was just very happy playing with them, so I have no regrets. Even though we're out of the competition, no champions for me or for our team. I was finally happy to play again. So I always thanks them for giving me the chance to enjoy the game again.
I mean, most definitely, and you kind of mentioned about everybody having an off day, and it's tragic that that kind of match has to happen at the very end of the season. But sometimes, such as the hands that you are dealt with. If I can ask, what do you think caused just for you guys to have an off day?
I think as a team, we're very like inconsistent in a way. Mainly, if I will have to take a guess, because it's like hard to tell you like, oh yeah, it's because of this. Just my guess is because we're like a team that has like a lot of ups and downs, and we didn't have many much time together, and I think we just like put like the focus on like on certain things and maybe like how we're feeling that day. I don't know. It's just hard to tell, honestly. I don't have an answer, honestly. I can only give it to like experiences team.
Of course, I definitely understand that. And going now a little bit into the series real quick, I just want to ask you about the map selection. Obviously going for the ascent, and also leaving energy to go for the icebox. Icebox has not really been the best of maps for this team, and I'm sure you guys had that game plan in mind with ascent. What was the thought process behind going for these two maps, and what was the game plan you guys were opting to use in this match?
Yeah, I mean, basically, we're just discussing the day before because we had like little to no time. Like after bidding crew, we just have like a couple hours to check. So we were like basically deciding between like banning corrode or icebox because it was whichever like whatever map we banned, they were gonna pick the other one. That was our guess. Like if we ban icebox, they're gonna pick corrode. If we pick corrode, they were gonna pick icebox. So we're just like checking a lot of how they were playing at that map on corrode, and honestly, it was like just very annoying, especially like because we were just playing with the chamber. So they had like a lot of set plays, a lot of just set strats that was very annoying to deal with. So we just decided like, okay, let's ignore this. Let's just put our focus on icebox. We have practiced it. We just went back to what worked for us. That was Harvard. We had a like good practice because it was like long before like actually playing it now, and we were just very confident to play that map because also whenever we played against them last time, it was a very close match that we were playing with a different comp, and so we just went to comfort. And yeah, Ascent was a pick that we decided basically because they were just banning it constantly in like a second wave. Uh, I I I knew it was mainly because they were most of the time team B and they didn't want to leave for the third map and play attack. That which makes sense. but it was just like a kind of a gamble. They banned it against G2. To be fair, it's G2's best map by far, so they didn't want to take that risk. We just took that like kind of a gamble. Like maybe their ascent is not that great. They just play it. We don't care if it's attack or not. But yeah, sucks that it happened. They were indeed a very good team on ascent, and it happens.
I mean, when you're trying to like lead a team like this during a match, obviously losing many rounds in both maps can kind of put a toll onto the mental, kind of make one feel like not being able to concentrate and do the usual things that you guys have done beforehand. For you as the for you as the leader like of the team, how have you viewed, or how difficult was it to kind of keep the entire team on check and focused at the task at hand? Whereas NRG is kind of been continuing to play throughout the entire series.
Um, Mainly in a series like this because this is not usual to just get rolled like this. I try to like cope a lot in a way with my team, trying to like be more like try to crack maybe more jokes, try to be more the funny guy because I'm not usually like a funny guy. So if they see like their leader just like trying to be funny, like I just try to like keep up the mood, because whenever you're just like losing, like it's very normal for everyone to just get grumpy and like just tone everything down. So I try to like put up more energy. So they're like, yo, like it's weird that he's happy. So I try to like cope it in that way, because through the series I realized it was gonna be very hard because I'm calling for certain stuff that usually like we instantly layer or like we do it very fast. And I realized that we're taking a lot of time or we're just like not doing it as fast as I wanted to. So I it's kind of hard for me because even though if I say like, yo guys, I need you guys to do faster, that I did say it. It was more of a thing that, as I said, we're just off and like our things were like we're entering and like we're like leaving instantly. Like so it was like, just a hard match.
Nevertheless, despite losing today, it doesn't take away the improvement that this Leviathan team has been going on in stage two. I mean, you kind of mentioned it earlier on in the conversation. Stage one, early part of the season, was a time frame for you to forget, and it's a massive improvement
Yep.
to go from that to like having the inclusion of Sato and Okeanos into the team, and in a lot of ways, Sato's performance and addition kind of revitalized the team. And so, for you, how do you look back on stage two, and how crucial were, the inclusion of these two players into the team and the improvement from then up until this current moment in time?
It was definitely the best players we could have picked. I'm very happy with them, very proud of the improvement they had. They showed to not only themselves but to everyone that they deserve to be here. They're insane players, and I'm happy that I was able to lead them because I saw their improvement, and also they were very easy to work with, and it was very easy for me to say stuff to them. So I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, they had a great vibe. They bring a lot of good environment. Insane rookies. So I'm very happy that they were my teammates.
I mean, future is definitely bright for them, and also I would say for this team. And now, kind of looking over into yourself, more only focusing on yourself, King. How do you look at stage two as a whole, and just looking at the team's improvement with them in mind? And what do you think you had to do that changed, that helped this team reach to be at a point where you guys were fighting for a spot in champions?
I definitely became more of a leader. I've always said that my first year in franchise, I was like a very like just like just a player in there. I had a good firepower and all, but if I whenever I compare my IGLing back then to now, it's not even close. Back then, I was just like calling like more set stuff. I was not really of a mid rounder. It was like didn't have like a very good understanding of the game, so I was not a great IGL. And I would say right now I've learned a lot, and with now having two rookies, it's the first time I've actually been like imposing more of my way of how I want things to be. Whenever mistakes happen, I'm more of like of a rough guy. I mean, not like in the way of like I'm just like being an asshole and just like, yo, what are you doing? And more like actually trying to teach them, trying to like say it in a way that I know they will remember. And this is the first time I've actually been able to lead a team with that strong like attitude in a way, you know. So I'm very happy with the improvement I had as an IGL and as a leader. I think I've learned a lot. Um, I'm definitely became a way better version of myself. So that I think that improved a lot. Like it helped me to improve the team.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, one more question I want to ask you before I wrap this up. Um, Over into the future, obviously we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I want to ask you, King, how do you look at your future? Your what's going to happen 2026. What do you think that you want to like focus on, improve, and be a much better person, much even better, an even better version of yourselves in the future?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, I think the only thing I can like say with confidence is that I always want to improve. I always want to be a better version of myself. I always want to be a guy that, because the sole reason of me being in that team improves them in every single way: environment, firepower, comms, like whatever I need to improve, I will be more than happy. So I just want to every single day keep improving. And yeah, for my future, I just don't know how it will be. I'm very confident in my level though, so I know I will be here next season. So yeah, I generally don't know, so I can just be confident on myself, honestly.
Well, despite everything, like I said some time ago, the future is bright for this team, and we'll definitely be looking forward to seeing you guys back onto the server in 2026. And so, King, appreciate it once again for the opportunity. Thank you so much for the interviews you've given me for this season. And of course, best of luck goes to you for the future, and see you next year, hopefully.
Thank you, Pedro. I always love having your interviews. They're very good.